You might be one of these parents who has heard this scream about an hour, 2 hours after you put your child to bed. And this scream is very distinct. It is a loud, high-pitched scream. And you think to yourself, oh, not again, because it's another ear infection. That's the topic today, ear infections and how we can help overcome those. Hey, I am Dr. Randy Wirtz in Thrive Chiropractic, and I've taken care of many kids and help them with the ear infections that they've suffered with long term. And thus, there's definitely some things that the medical profession does that does help. You know, they do antibiotics, and then sometimes they're doing another antibiotic and then another antibiotic, and that helps. So, you know, it can knock those out and help that relieve the pain too. But sometimes those kids will just be on antibiotics, and if they're not on antibiotics, they're getting ear infections, and it kind of raises the suspicion to the mom, like, why is my child always getting chronic ear infections? And they say, hey, the horizontal tube and the ear. Well, you know, some kids have those and some kids don't, and they still all have the horizontal tube. So I'm not buying that so much. They do the ear tube surgery, and that can help. It drains the ear, and it takes the pressure out of the ear. But that helps the drainage down the throat and starts getting into the lungs, and we don't want that either. So we start to say, hey, what are some solutions that we can do to help our child with these chronic ear infections that seem to be riddling our child and keeping us up, keeping them up, and causing all kinds of problems. Well, let's talk here. So first of all, some at-home remedies that you can do. One is hot shower, warm bath, getting these fluids to move down the neck. Sometimes people will take like a warm bag filled with rice, stick it in the microwave, and put it around their neck and just massage through that to help the drainage. Because the issue with ear infections is a result of a poor immune system and poor plumbing throughout the neck in the lymph drainage. And that's what we have to take care of, those two things. So the warm compress will help with the drainage because it gets the fluid moving a lot better too. Now, what are we going to do with the immune system? Well, the immune system we start to see as, hey, what do we need to do as far as supplements? Making sure they're getting the right nutrients will help with that too. But you're saying, Doc, am I still having some issues? Well, as a chiropractor and one who helps a lot of these kiddos, we start to look at how do we boost the immune system. And there's another video that I'm going to be doing, or I've already done, that will talk about how do you get the immune system boost. So you can revert back to that video as well. But it helps balance that immune system. And when we get a balanced immune system, it'll help balance the nervous system. It balances the immune system. And what we got to do about the plumbing? Well, oftentimes with these kids' necks feels like tight water balloons, like the lymph drainage is not coming down. So it backs up into the ear, starts going into the throat, and that mucus is like bacteria candy. They really, really like it. It grows really well in that mucus, and that's where we start to see the inner ear start to have an effect as well. And we start to see it come down the throat because it's like it fills up the ear, comes down the throat, and now it's getting into the lungs. And we start to see long-term consequences of this too. One, they can't hear as well, or if you have a ruptured tube, an eardrum, you know, you only hear like muffled sounds. So speech is a problem with these kiddos too. And then also chronic illnesses starts to get down into their lungs as well. So that oopy goopy mucus that's filled with bacteria starts to get into the lungs and starts causing all kinds of issues. And long term, it can even cause issues with asthma, is what I've seen with kiddos as well that I've taken care of. So one of the things we have to do is boost the immune system, getting that plumbing system working better. You can do some things at home like massage, but getting the chiropractic adjustments not only boosts the immune system, but it also helps that muscle spasms calm down so it can drain down through the neck like it's supposed to, and making that open up. Hey, I do hope this was helpful for you. I do hope I'm giving you a solution that's not also effective, but it's also drugless, so there's not side effects as well to this. And I understand you might have some questions. Hey, I thought chiropractors dealt with back pain and neck pain because you push on the back, you push on the neck, so you must be back and neck doctors. That's not at all the case. When we look at what's in the back, we see the nervous system is in the back, and we're directly affecting the nervous system to work better so your child's bodies work better, and all around, not just the immune system, but other parts of the body as well. Hey, if I can be of assistance to you so your child can have a great night's sleep, not miss days at school, and have a much better life, with you getting some sleep too. I'd love to be that person for you. I'd invite you, give us a call. We'd be happy to answer any questions you may have and take care of those things as well. Hey, I am Dr. Randy Wirtz in Thrive Chiropractic. God bless. Have a great day.